Om Sri Lakshmi Narasimhaya Namaha. Kundika Upanishad. Om, let my limbs and speech, prana, eyes, ears, and vitality, all the senses grow in strength. All existence is the Brahman of Upanishads. May I never deny Brahman, nor Brahman deny me. Let there be no denial at all. Let there be no denial at least from me. May the virtues that are proclaimed in the Upanishads be in me, who am devoted to the Atman. May they reside in me. Om, let there be peace in me. Let there be peace in my environment. Let there be peace in the forces that act on me. 1 and 2. After studying the scriptures during the blemishless period of studentship, in which he devotes himself to the service of the teacher, the Brahmachari, with the permission of the teacher, shall marry a suitable wife. Then, at the end of the householder's life, he shall kindle the sacred fire for renunciation bravely and perform a sacrifice lasting a day and night, in which Brahma, etc., are the deities. 3. Then, after dividing his property among his sons in the proper way and giving up all sensory pleasures, he shall journey along sacred places as a vanaprastha. 4. Subsisting on air only, or on air and water only, or with the addition in dire need of approved bulbous roots and fruits, he shall find all worldly life in his person alone. He shall not, remembering his past comforts, allow his tears fall on the ground. 5 to 7a. How can a man in the company of his wife be said to have renounced worldly life? How can one who is merely known with an appellation of an ascetic be said to have renounced? Hence, he should purify himself first by renouncing the result of his deeds through self-control, vanaprastha. Thereafter, he may take to renunciation. One reaches the stage of forest life, vanaprastha, after having maintained the sacred fire as a householder. He goes to lead the forest life with self-control, accompanied by his wife, as though he were a person attached to her. 7b and a. Why does he undergo the life of a mendicant monk in vain, having given up the happiness of worldly life? What is that impending misery, the thought of which should make him abandon great pleasures? Such is the query of the wife. I am afraid of the miserable life in the womb of another mother, and also the miseries of heat, cold, etc. So I wish to enter the cave shelter of renunciation, the means for the painless transcendent state of Brahman. Thus he replies. 9. Having renounced the sacred fire, he shall not return to it, even in mentally reciting the mantras pertaining to it. 10. For I, that is the mantra, pertaining to the sacred fire, becoming extinct, being incompatible with renunciation, shall be merged into the oncoming knowledge of Brahman. 11. He may repeat the mantras pertaining to self-realization. 12. He shall have consecration. He shall be wearing ochre-colored garments. He shall remove the hairs, excluding those in the armpit and the private parts. With right hand raised, he shall set forth as a mendicant monk. Abandoning the path of worldly life, he shall move on without a fixed abode. Living on alms, he shall deeply ponder over Vedantic texts and meditate on his identity with the transcendent Brahman. He shall possess pure knowledge, pavitram, for the protection of all beings. 13 and 14. These verses are the same theme. The mendicant monk shall have a water pot, an alms bowl, a sling to carry his effects, sandals to traverse a long distance, literally over the three worlds, a patched garments to withstand cold, a loin cloth to cover his pravities, a purifying ring, pavitram of holy grass, a bath towel, and an upper garment. Other than these, the ascetic shall give up all else. 15. He shall sleep on the sandy bed of a river or outside a temple. He shall not bother his body too much, either with pleasure or pain. 16. Pure water should be used for bathing, drinking, and cleansing. He shall not become pleased with praise, nor shall he curse others when censured. 17. His alms bowl shall be a cup made of leaves, and the material for washing shall be the prescribed fresh earth. 18. Thus provided with the means of living, he shall, with a sense of subdued, always mutter the psychological mantras, philosophical mantras. The wise ascetic shall realize in his mind the identity of the individual self with the universal self, which is the meaning of Om. 19. From Brahman arose ether, from ether air, from air fire, from fire water, from water the earth, to the prime cause of all these primary elements, Brahman, I resort in reverence, I resort to the ageless, immortal, and indestructible Brahman. 20. In me, the ocean of unalloyed bliss, many a time arises and fall waves of the universe due to the winds of the fanciful sport of illusion, that is Maya. 21. I am not attached to my body, just as the sky is not attached to the clouds. Hence, how can I have its, that is the body's characteristic during the stages of walking, dreaming, and deep sleep? 22. I am always far beyond imagination like ether. I am different from it, the body, as the sun is from the objects of illumination. I am ever changeless, just like the unchangeable, that is the Meru mountain, and like the ocean am I limitless. 23. I am Narayana. I am the destroyer of the demon Naraka. I am Shiva, the destroyer of the three aerial cities. I am Purusha. I am the Supreme Lord. I am the indivisible consciousness, the witness of all. I am without a superior. I am devoid of egotism and mindness, that is possessiveness. 24 and 25. The ascetic shall, by the practice of yoga, bring together the prana and apana, vital airs, in the body. He shall place the palms of the two hands at the perineum, gently biting the tip of the tongue thrust out to the extent of a grain of barley. Similarly, directing the eyes open to the extent of the black gram seed towards the ether of the ear, and the feet firmly resting on the ground. He shall not allow the ear to function and the nose to smell. That is, the five senses shall be controlled. Thus, he accomplishes the union of the prana and apana, vital airs. 26. Therefore, the vital air passing through the kundalini and the sushmana gets dissolved in the sahasrara chakra at the top of the head. Then the vision, the mind, vital air, and the fire of the body reach the seat of Shiva and get dissolved. That is Brahman. That is the transcendent Brahman. That Brahman will be realized by the practice of yoga, which is facilitated by the acquisition of practice in previous births. 27. With the help of the external and internal organ, the knowledge of the qualified Brahman, called effulgence, reaching the heart and supported by the vital air's capability to proceed upward, goes towards the Sushmana Nadi, and piercing the skull at the top of the body, one realizes the indestructible qualified Brahman. 28. Those sages who attain the transcendent state through the passage in the skull at the top of their body do never return to the worldly life, for they realize the lower as well as the higher Brahman. 29. The attribute of objects seen do not affect the onlooker who is different from them. The attribute of a householder do not affect him who remains non-aligned without any mental modification. Just as a lamp which suffers no change by the objects revealed by it. 30. Let me, the non-aligned sage, roll in water or on the ground. I am untouched by their characteristic, just as the ether in the pot is not affected by the attributes of the pot. 31 and 32. I am free from the effect of activities and change, devoid of parts and form. I am without fancies. I am eternal. I am without a support. I am devoid of duality. I am the form of all beings. I am the all. I am beyond everything and without a second. I am the one indivisible knowledge, and I am the compact bliss of the self. 33. Seeing everywhere the self, considering the self as without a second, enjoying the bliss of the self, I remain without reflections. 34. Walking, standing, sitting, lying, or otherwise, the wise sage, delighted in the Atman, shall live as he wishes, fulfilling his duties, and on leaving the world will attain final liberation. Thus ends the Upanishad. Om, let my limbs and speech, prana, eyes, ears, vitality, and all the senses grow in strength. All existence is the Brahman of the Upanishads. May I never deny Brahman, nor Brahman deny me. Let there be no denial at all. Let there be no denial at least from me. May the virtues that are proclaimed in the Upanishads be in me, who am devoted to the Atman. May they reside in me. Om, let there be peace in me. Let there be peace in my environment. Let there be peace in the forces that act on me. Here ends the Kundika Upanishad, included in the Samaveda. Mantrahina, Kriyahina, Bhaktihina, Kshamapate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.